All right, welcome back. So in the last lesson, we talked about why we do what we do. We explored the reasons behind the work, the purpose of our projects. Don't go battering down someone's door. Why am I doing this? Go and find out. Subtly ask the questions, play it back to people, understand if you really understand it. But once why is asked, we go to how. How do we actually make something happen? And that's where we introduce one of the coolest cornerstone foundational tools, the work breakdown structure. And it's the simplest thing you've ever seen. You're going to love this. So I know it sounds a bit formal. You might have seen it mentioned in corporate templates or APM frameworks, textbooks, but here's the truth. At its heart, a work breakdown structure, or WBS, is just a list. A glorified list, yes, and a really, really useful one. So, a WBS takes something big and often overwhelming and breaks it into smaller, manageable pieces, and it helps you go from, I don't even know where to start, or if your boss is going, do this, and you don't even know where to start, or your boss doesn't even know where to start, and it's okay. Now this makes sense. You can use it for anything: planning a wedding, launching a product, organizing a new charity event, or delivering a huge technical program. The principle never changes, only the scale does. So why do we bother with it? Because when projects go wrong, it's usually not that people haven't worked hard enough, it's that something was missed or there was an oversight. So we want to make sure we capture everything at the start. And a good WBS gives you the full picture. Shows you everything that needs to exist and makes the project real. And that's not just good practice, that's best corporate practice. It's exactly what the APM would expect, but this version, this is the practitioner's guide. It's for people who actually use it in the real world. So let's build one together. Step one, start with the big picture. Write the name of your project at the top. So in this case, we'll do a fun one and or a personal one and a more work-related one. So we'll start with a wedding. So this is our level naught, wedding, or it could be an engineering program. It's likely you'll have a more specific name, but this would work for either a wedding or an engineering program, any project. So your overall goal, plan the wedding. Then ask yourself, what are the big chunks or big pieces of work that need to be done? So if it's a wedding, it could be the ceremony, could be the reception, it could be the guest experience. Similarly, with an engineering project, it could be the R&D, research and development, it could be the testing, it could be the launch. So this is level one, all the things that need to happen to make this work. You can even draw a little connecting line like that. Level one. So we can continue then to break it down to level two. So this is how simple it is, guys. It's like a list, but it's just in a different layout. So for the reception, for example, we could have venue. We could have catering. We could have entertainment. This is all after the service where everyone goes for the reception. And then that's level two, broken it down another level. Now, we could continue breaking down to level 3 to level 4. We don't want to finish the whole project on paper at this point. This is to make sure simply that the invisible is visible. Let's not overcomplicate. Okay. This is the best bit of the work breakdown structure next. Here's where it gets real. A great WBS isn't built alone. Get people involved. your team, your colleagues, or even your family, if it's something personal, stick it up on the wall, grab some sticky notes, a pen, and give everyone the opportunity to add to it. And this is what I expect you'll see. You'll see people going, actually, I think you've missed this and this under that one. You've missed this under this one. This one. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit messy, because everyone's just thinking at this stage. You've missed something here. This one's actually grouped better if it was over here. And that's how it'll end up looking as a rough copy with everyone bought into it. Next, we can ask, what have we missed? Does the grouping make sense? And this is where the good stuff happens, because you'll see there's things overlapping that you weren't aware of beforehand. You'll see there's gaps missing. Other people will identify the gaps, and you'll end up coming with a really comprehensive picture, which all your stakeholders or other people involved in the project have come together and understood and bought into. So once you've got a draft that you're happy with, in the bottom corner, let's call it version 1. So annotate it, give it a title. So it could be wedding, it could be engineering program, and you'll have something more specific. And then the date as well. And this allows us to then version control it. And if it changes, we'll know when and how it looked at a certain point in time. If something gets forgotten, we'll see that it was missed, or it was then not enacted properly through the later stages of the project. This allows us to control it. What I would also do with this is put my contact details on it, because if this ends up in a meeting where someone else is discussing things and they would like to talk to you about it, which is highly likely, put your contact details onto it. It also means that people remember who was the one that instigated the work breakdown structure and who actually had the vision to make something like this. This will become the cornerstone of your project, and it will make you the person everyone comes to for clarity, for answering questions, and you can't do it without it. Your boss will love you for this. There'll be people watching this who say, cynical project managers and experienced engineers who say, I don't want to be the one that everyone comes asking questions to. Well, that's fine. If you want an easy life, a quiet life, maybe stay away from these things. But if you want to be the person in the middle in control running it, then this is what you need to do. Someone's got to be there to answer the questions. And treat people kindly with this. Let them ask the silly questions or what seems silly. They're always the way that the key things that get missed could have been found out if someone had asked a simple question or a seemingly silly question. People get too proud with this stuff. They pretend it's all good. They pretend everything's on the page. People often don't try and dig into obvious places where actually things have been missed. Make this open access to the right team. Obviously, if it's a secure project, you'll have constraints on who you can show it to. But within those who are allowed to see it, or who have an interest and are cleared to see it, make sure you get people's opinions. Okay, this will be the foundation for everything you do. Next, we can look at the organizational breakdown structure. Who's responsible for what? A RACI, R-A-C-I, responsible, accountable, who we should consult about it, who should be kept informed about it. This will support our schedule. So when we start to plot when things are going to happen, it'll inform our budget, how much budget we can give to each of these legs, how much it's all going to cost. And when this is solid, everything is going to fall into place. It's going to be a magical moment for you. So in the end, it's just a list. It's structured slightly differently, but it's a glorified list. It's that easy. It's what makes complex projects manageable. It's what stops us from missing small things. It's what gives us the confidence when everything feels uncertain. So whether you're planning a wedding or managing a multi-million-pound engineering program, the logic is exactly the same. Structure before action, clarity before movement. Okay, give it a go and build your own WBS for a work project or a charity project or a local team or even something in your personal life. Upload it to Projects Club group. We'll look through them, we'll give you feedback. I'm Dave. This is Projects Club, where we take what happens in corporate life and make it human, practical, and built for people who actually get things done. Thanks for watching.